sitting in this panel with Jackie. It's the first time since I was released and since I got my freedom and I won my case. Like, you know, for 2 years I was in jail and he couldn't visit me because he has a criminal record. And after being released, during 5 years I couldn't talk to him or sit with him in the same panel because I was living under strict conditions. So for the first time we are sitting in the same panel. Perhaps it's the beginning for a third security certificate against me. Today, and I'm also happy to come from Montreal to address with you this issue. So I will do my best for my English. I'm sorry, it's horrible. I know that I'm a French teacher and English is my third language, but I will do my best to share with you my thought and my experience and in English. I have some problems. Jaggy will translate if I say any word in French. So today I want to talk about immigration and national security in a Canadian context. So I want to address using immigration law for national security purposes. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about national security. When I was in jail and my lawyers were defending me, they asked the government why you cannot give Mr. Charkaoui the evidence to show that he's a member of Al-Qaeda. And the government told them national security. So my lawyer asked the government, the liberal one and actually the conservative one, what's the definition of national security? And they couldn't define national security. They said national security, like in Suresh, decision of the Supreme Court of Canada, it's anything against the interests of Canada. Interests of who? Of Canadian public? Of corporation? Of liberal government? Conservative government? No, they add something. It's the interest of Canada and our ally. So my lawyers asked the prosecutor, your ally? Yes, and he said, our allies, it's United States of America and Israel. It was the definition of national security. They're using against me in the court. So I want to tell you that after 9/11, we started hearing, reading in the media that American government is using what they call exceptional rendition. Exceptional rendition is to take somebody from Canada, from United States, from any rich country, and to send him back to his own country. And during torture in Guantanamo, we knew that many of the people who were tortured in Guantanamo, they were threatening them, that they will send them back to their countries. And those presumed terrorists were begging the Americans not to send them back. They can stay there in Guantanamo, they're being tortured and not being returned to their own countries, because they knew that all the attention of the media of people are towards Guantanamo. But what is happening in Morocco, Jordani, Syria, Egypt, there is no media, no attention, no Amnesty International, no activists, no Human Rights Watch, nothing. So it was really very smart. Very smart idea that you needed people ideas to use deportation or threat to deportation to torture, to sending people back to their countries to fight the so-called terrorism or to ensure national security. What is amazing that this concept didn't start with the Bush administration, but it started in the 90s with the Clinton's administration. So we have some examples like what happened in Albania. Some Egyptians were kidnapped from this country and sent back to their own countries. 2 of them were killed under torture, and the families are suing the Egyptian government and the Albanian government in Europe for this kind of kidnapping people and sending them to their countries. In Canada, I will tell you that we started after 9/11 hearing the government saying that the security certificate, this immigration tool, it's fundamental and a very important tool to fight terrorism. And I will tell you that this approach could be very popular within some right wing and even with some xenophobic part of the society. In Europe it was really working, and people were sent to their own countries by using immigration law. But in, I will tell you, in Canada, and specifically in Quebec, when we started hearing about security certificates, a lot of unions, activists, groups, ordinary people, teachers said clearly that they are against the use of immigration law, against sending people back to their countries without evidence, without trial, and we. In my case, in 2003, when I was arrested, one day I was driving from my house to the university, and I was stopped by police, RCMP, CIS's border agency, Sûreté du Québec, handcuffed. They put me in a car. They sent me to jail for 21 months. After 1 week, they gave me a summary of 400 pages, many biographies of Osama bin Laden, and the list of all the terrorist organizations in the world, and 14 pages about me. When I started reading those 14 pages, it was amazing. It was a clear racial profiling case. They told me, we have arrested Mr. Charkaoui because you have the profile of being a sleeper agent of Al-Qaeda. And this profile is based on 8 points. You're Arab, 1, 2, you're Muslim, 2, 3, you're young, 4, you're karate expert, martial arts expert, 5, you were in Pakistan, you did a trip to Pakistan, 6, you're from the middle class, like Bin Laden, Ayman Zawahiri, all those people that are not poor, not rich, they're from the middle class. So the middle class is the class who's doing revolutions in the history. Number 7, you're doing a PhD, a master's degree, but now I'm doing a PhD. So one day you will do your PhD, so you will be ideologue. And number 8, you have a restaurant, so you can finance terrorism. This is the profile, 14 pages. So I spent 21 months in jail, and after 5 years under strict conditions, bracelet, curfew, I couldn't talk with the people, I lost all my friends. And it's for the conditions, I cannot resume all the conditions today, and it's not the purpose of my presentation. But just what I want to tell you, when I was arrested in the coalition Justice for Adil Charkaoui with our ally, no one is illegal, and Stop Secret Trials, we were working and doing a big campaign. This campaign was in a tension between having rights of not secret trial but open trial, like a criminal cases, and fighting the use of immigration law to fight terrorism. And I will tell you, it was incredible how the government were using immigration law. When they arrested me, they put me in a security wing with Hells Angels, bikers, with gangs, CDP, BOGA, and I told them, look, I'm not criminal. If you are telling me, Mr. Charkaoui, you're not detained under criminal code, so I have to be with immigration in the immigration center and having the same right like immigrants. He told me, no, your case is specific. It's a unique case, and we are going to put you in jail because it's national security case. It's not immigration case. In front of the judge in the court, when my lawyers asked to see the evidence, asked the right to cross-examine the informants, asked the right to be present during in-camera session between the judge and the prosecutors, they told me, no, it's not a criminal case, it's immigration case.